Hello, welcome back
Yeah.
to another conversation with. Today we have Krzear, a YouTuber that I've met in my short/long time within the community. How's it going, Krzear?
It's good. Quiet, but good.
Um, you live in Australia, correct?
Yeah.
So like the time difference is a little wonky. It's like 11 or something there right now, whereas it's
It's pretty much 12 o'clock here.
yeah in the afternoon, correct?
Yeah, about
Yeah,
lunchtime.
whereas it's 6 p.m. the day before here. Where I'm about 18 hours or so behind you.
Give or take. I'm
Um,
not good with time zones yet.
oh, it's okay. And it doesn't make it any easier that I'm on the West Coast, so I'm not only the closest yet farthest person away from you who you communicate
Practically.
with.
It's like closest distance wise, but time wise, nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
You're further.
I'm
Unless
probably
you
one
go
of
to
the furthest
Hawaii.
away, unless you know anybody in Hawaii. Well, I mean, if you speak to Brandon a cat, he lives in Hawaii.
Ah.
Um, but it's very interesting because you're one of the few people who've reached out to me being like, hey, I'm down to be on your channel, who I haven't asked directly and who I've been like excited to have on because normally when people like DM me saying, hey, can I be on your channel? I'm usually like, sure, yeah, and then I do research into them and I never have them on.
Well, apparently this one happened a lot quicker than what I anticipated. Like, because a lot of things happening here because there's a public holiday coming up called Anzac Day in here.
What's that?
It's basically just a public holiday to reflect back on the people from world who died in World War I.
Interesting. We don't have a holiday reflecting on the people who died other than Veterans Day, and people seem to forget what that's about.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's pretty important here.
Um,
To the point where technically speaking, it's illegal most shops it's illegal to be open on
wow.
Anzac Day.
Uh, Now normally I don't jump in really quick with a YouTuber who I'm not entirely familiar with, and I gotta be honest, I don't really watch a lot of your videos. I have
Oh,
watched a
that's
handful
fun.
of them, but I think it's because you and I have had a rapport since I joined the live stream that like I'm more comfortable with the idea of speaking with you.
Hmm. Possibly because I've been trying to get myself more involved with the commentary community recently. Like at the start of the year, I was stupidly quiet about it, and just my channel started imploding on itself. It's like maybe I should be smart and start getting involved in the community that I'm technically becoming a part of now.
Now, if I remember right, this channel that you're currently using is not your original channel, which had a lot more subs, correct?
Yeah.
And that one ended up having an issue because you tried to make it a branded account, and when you made it a
Yeah,
branded account, it kind of just fucked everything up. So
practically.
you're pretty much the reason why I didn't make my channel a branded account because I was so worried about the horror story. But yet, my best friend wanted to have login privileges to it, so I just
I moved my second channel to a brand account recently. The same thing happened, but this time around, I
Jesus.
knew it was going to happen. But all that happened this time around, it was just the channel's down for like somewhere between 24 and 48 hours.
Which can really fuck you over in the algorithm.
It really can. Like, that's why my other channel, like, I was starting to go up. Like, my recent video essay, because I did video essays at the time, was
Right.
doing really well. And then the whole channel went down, and it's never recovered from it. Like,
Yeah,
pretty much the second it went down, it was dead.
that's pretty much exactly what I've heard. Is that once a channel gets out of the algorithm, especially if it's like for something going down or something like that, for the channel going down, it usually can cause a lot of issues.
It can. It's like my current channel's on a personal account, which I kinda. It's an iffy there. It's just like, the decision is just like, yeah, it's probably not the greatest idea to have it on a personal account, but it's like, I don't want to risk moving it over and potentially killing the algorithm on me.
Yeah, no. I can totally understand that. Uh so you've been very vocal and outspoken about your opinions, especially when it comes to the algorithm, and especially when you like you've explained that you really love the numbers.
I can't help but watch the numbers.
Like I
Sometimes that can be the
forget to look
downfall.
at like, to be honest, between when after I upload till like probably like Thursday or Friday of the next week, I forget to even look at like my views or my subs completely.
I feel like sometimes me looking at the numbers that as much as I do kind of comes back to bite me because you know how YouTube corrects views a lot
Yeah.
sometimes? Yeah, that's currently happening with a lot of my newer videos and it's slightly annoying. Like technically speaking, the Susie Lou video I made had 4,000 views. Had.
Now how much does it
Recently
have?
it's been corrected back down to 2,000. And it's just like I'm sitting here going this hurts a little. Because like you see the numbers doing really well and you think your video is performing super well, then all of a sudden you see the backlog of it just start to go to nothing. Then it's left this weird thing where apparently in a 2-day period on one of my videos it got 1 view, right, but apparently it got 105 monetized playbacks,
Hmm.
which make no sense. It also had 4,000 impressions which converted to 76 views, but apparently it's only 1 view on that day according to YouTube.
Damn.
Anyway, this was that old channel was taken down.
Holy fucking hell. Like, you guys
You can
can't see
just
this, but this graph.
it was starting to pike up, and then it just crashed. It tried to come back, but then it just completely died off in the end.
Yeah, I forgot that you only lost that channel just recently, like a few months ago, not.
Back in October.
Yeah.
It kind of was very sad watching that happen, though. Like right
Oh,
now in the
I wouldn't doubt it.
mm, I mean, it's still somewhat in the algorithm, somewhat, because it's gotten 100 views, I think, in the past month. Yeah, that much. But it's also losing subscribers like there's no tomorrow.
Well, yeah, channels bleed subscribers often, especially when you stop
Hmm.
uploading. Um, sorry to everyone. I kind of like overworked myself yesterday because yesterday was Easter, or I
Oh
guess 2 days
yeah.
ago was Easter for you, and I did a lot of cooking and ended up making myself feel ill because of it because I did hours with cooking but without eating.
Easter Saturday sucked for me. Because you see, I work at a butcher shop.
Oh,
You think the busiest time of year. I worked the entire Christmas weekend. Nah, Easter Saturday. Holy. 1,000 people went through the doors. And it's not a big butcher shop. It's one of those smaller ones that are just there for discounted meats and all that. And oh my goodness, that was a lot of people that went through on Saturday.
Jesus, I can only imagine.
Hmm. One thing that kind of sucked when my whole entire channel went down originally is not all the videos actually came back.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
that's right. You said that a bunch of videos really like just completely disappeared, and a lot of them were your really old ones.
hmm, like a fair few of the older ones went, but almost every single video that were made last year pretty much never came back.
Jesus.
Like here's a good way to see it because I did a Need for because back at the start of 2018 I did Let's Play type thing. Then I went to video essays midway through last year. Anyway, Need for Speed Payback, episode 3. episode 4, episode 12, episode 13, episode 20, and then that's it. You can see he just skips over so many episodes of my supposed series.
That sounds like it'd be such a fucking headache. Just having like a bunch of shit just disappear out of nowhere. Like, I deleted a bunch of YouTube videos back a long time ago that I can never get back. Because it was back before things like the Wayback Machine really existed.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Actually, I think I put my old channel in the Wayback Machine. I did that. Oh, shoot. Can I actually get to the channel anymore, though, by searching it? No, that's not the best way to do it.
That's the dilemma, right? Can you get back to your old channel?
Well, there it is.
Like, my channel, my subs died for a very, very specific reason. I decided to swap my content. And when I did the swap, it fucking like just killed my growth for a long time on my channel, for a very long time, and it's only started to now regrow slowly.
You got a bit of a boost from iNumber, right?
I did. Well, I got my initial boost because I did skeptic videos. And then I hit 1K and I realized I didn't really want to do skeptic videos anymore, and without any warning swapped my entire content. And that killed my channel. And then when iNabber hit 100K, that boosted my video that I did with him, because people were starting to look him up more and trying to find out more information. And because they did that, I got a lot of views from that, which got me a lot of subs, which got me a lot more attention. But then it died.
And then December came along.
Then December came along. I lost 200 subs, which fine, understandable. Take them away if they're useless subs, if they're fake subs. I don't want to have them anyways, but it kind of made me feel defeatist because I gotten up to 1,600 and I only just recently crossed back over that line, and I'm back up to 1,700. I'm now up to 1,700. I'm just like,
it's kind of annoying.
I'm worried, and I know this is unfounded because now eventually I'll hit it, but I'm worried I'll never hit 2K. Like, I'm not even worried about 20K. I'm not worried about 10K. I'm not worried about 5K. I just want to hit 2. As silly as that is.
When the whole December purge thing that YouTube did happen, there's this, have you heard of the channel The Tech-It Realm?
No.
He was at 130 something thousand subscribers. YouTube purged about 35,000 subs from his channel.
Knocking him back over the 100K.
Yeah, he recently crossed the 100K mark not that long ago.
Yeah.
And then he just got punked back down underneath it again.
Jesus.
So he got over it originally, then a small purge happened, he went back underneath it, and then he got back over it with the help of a PewDiePie vs. T-Series live stream he started doing. Then he grew fairly much, and then December came along and he was punched back underneath 100K.
Fuck.
I think he's finally coming up to 200K now.
Right.
Imagine if he didn't have that massive setback, though.
Well, I mean,
jeez.
Even if he hadn't had that massive setback, there's still a chance that he might not have crossed that 100K barrier when he did. Well, that 200K barrier when he did. It could have had something to do with the fact of, people finding out what's going on and subbing to his channel because they might have gotten unsubbed. So a lot of them could have been resubs and stuff like that. Because that happens.
It does. Oh, I just realized that my old channel only lost 8 subs in the purge.
Oh, wow.
That is so little.
That's not bad.
567 to 559. A dead channel that lost barely anything. I honestly expected it to happen, a lot more to happen, because you see, back in the start of 2018, I kind of got desperate to grow my channel, because it's been like 2 years at that point when I was only just above 100. So I got involved in a fair bit of sub for sub on that channel. So I kind of expected that purge to take out a lot more than what it actually did. But apparently no. Most of them are legit people, apparently. I
I
don't...
never really went for the sub for sub or anything like that. I never really understood it. Like, I don't even do follow for follow. Sure, yeah. I do unfollow people on Twitter who I was following who have stopped talking to me, but it's not because they unfollowed me. It's because I stopped talking to them, and, like, I was getting annoyed by shit that was coming onto my timeline. And then I find out they unfollowed me, and I was like, oh, now I don't feel so bad for unfollowing them back. Kind of thing.
I kind of don't get why people still do it nowadays, especially when it's been spoken by YouTube that they are terminating channels that are involved in it. So if your channel doesn't get terminated from it, the people who've subbed to you may, and then all of a sudden that sub count just decrease anyway. It's like, what's the absolute point anymore? I didn't actually lose any subs on that day on my current channel. Just gained a nice one.
And I've been gaining mostly due to, like, arguing with Krzear, to be honest. Now, I think those disagreements that we have publicly are what's causing my increase. Plus, you know, adding him to a girls only group chat probably helped as well.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, just to see all the stuff happening on Twitter.
I was trying to be honest, I was trying to figure out a group chat that I could add him to where when opening it, wouldn't be considered leaking DMs. There would be, like, personal information of somebody's that, like, could get shown. And I knew that the ladies club was inactive at that moment, so I knew there was nothing in there. So I was like, I'll just add him to that one. And it's just kind of how that went.
What a question. Like, I'm always confused at how so many of the commentary YouTubers just get so many followers on Twitter. And I'm just sitting here going, huh. I guess I'm stuck here.
I should post a lot. I publicly quote tweet my friends and bully the shit out of them. For this, how they bully me back. I quote tweet, I quote things that Augie says all the time that are fucking retarded. I post random photos that I find, but yeah, no, I just shit post. Every once in a while, you'll see me, like, actually getting angry about stuff, but rarely am I ever being serious on Twitter.
I rarely post on Twitter.
That's your problem.
Hence. Yeah, no. Like, every now and then I just start replying to everyone for some reason, and then all of a sudden I get a few more followers, and then I just stop doing things for a while. I've never been consistent with Twitter.
I wasn't at all. Like, I've had my Twitter for almost 7 years, and it took me, like, 5.5 years before I started actually using it. Like, actually using it. And, I grew, like, this time a year ago, I had, like, maybe 20 people following me.
Huh.
Yeah, and now I have 1.2K.
Nice.
And I don't show my... I could have grown a lot farther if I had done the whole e-girl route, but I didn't do that. Like, this is without me posting, you know, suggestive selfies or, like, inappropriate, like, sexually explicit comments or stuff like that.
Those type of people are kind of like the worst type of people, in my opinion. It's like, yeah, I understand it gets you followers, but why? Why are you willing to ruin your life?
Because they're just attention seekers, and that's it.
I guess some people... I get called an attention seeker on the occasion, because there's this one series I like to run called the Clickbait series. Practically where I pretty much make fun of a YouTuber who uses the same topic over and over again. And then I continue to use it myself because I can. So my most recent one, The Dark Side of Zigzeal.
Okay.
72 likes to 47 dislikes. It's brilliant.
It really is.
I don't know how many given from this video. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable. You know what makes it even funnier? At the start of the video, I explain why I'm using the title myself. I say that this is how the series goes. I just pretty much explain that I'm using the title myself because that's the point. And then later on in the video, I complained that he was using the same Dark Side of Blank's titles over and over again. People saw that point and then said that I've got a low IQ for using using the title myself. It's just like, I explain why at the start of the video. Or are you just that dumb to not actually acknowledge that I said why? But hey, gave me some material for another angry comments video.
See, I've only had angry comments from one video, so I can't even be bothered to deal with it. Like, making an angry comments video.
I feel like I got more backlash off of my Zigzeel video over the Suzy Lou video, even though a fair few Suzy Lou fans came to my channel from that video as well.
Yeah, I decided that I was loud enough verbally on it.
Like, I only made the video because I wanted to do a video on it. I don't care if it was a popular topic or not, but I just couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to. Like, the only reason why I ended up getting the video out is because I finally found a way to get it to work. If it wasn't for the fact that the video topic was frustrating me to a point where it's just like, I must get this done because this is really annoying how I can't just seem to get it to work. Because I became more motivated of actually being able to make a video on the topic than making a video on the topic.
That makes sense.
Which has kind of put me in a place with the r/ one that I'm making.
Oh, you're making an r/ video?
Yeah, I finally decided that I will actually get that one done.
Good.
It's been a slow-moving project because it's just like, I wanted to release it when the topic was actually fresh, when people were consistently looking out for it, but the amount of rage in amongst some people was just absolutely stupid. Because the thing is,
I totally agree.
My video is pretty much bringing light to r/, and it's just like saying that, like, I doubt that there is any botting in play. I also go to the point of disproving the evidence that was brought up in the first video on the situation. Because, like, I can't say that I believe this without first taking in the evidence put against it in account.
Right. That makes sense.
But I kind of expect that if it does somewhat well, that there are going to be some of r/ fans who are not going to actually watch the video and are just going to place a comment immediately. I just feel like that's just going to happen. Because you saw how bad some of the comments got in the videos. Like, oh, he was recommended to me, Sojo. That's, he grew right. Like, people who don't quite understand.
Right, who don't understand how everything works.
And then the people who started accusing r/ of subbotting, particularly, like blanket subbotting, not anything else, just subbotting. And it's just like, well, I'm sitting here going that
it's harder to prove when there are larger creators like subbotting, but I don't think they subbotted directly. I think if they did anything, they more view botted or like botted. If they did bot. But subbotting is really easy to, especially with smaller channels. Like, there was a channel who I was looking into because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of times when I'm bored and I have free time, I do research. Like, if I get like a little bit of information, I like start to do research on like somebody or a channel, and then I just give that information off to somebody because I'm not a commentator. I just gather information well. So it was a channel, it was a smaller channel, who grew extremely quick and suspiciously quick, going from like 100 subs like a month ago to like 3K. but without and again, normally that would be like, oh, they just had a video that hit recommended really, really well. But the video that they had that did really well, I'm pretty sure was a paid advertisement. And people don't sub to channels that are advertisements 90% of the time. Usually they wait until they can click off.
Yeah. There's always the occasions where people, like, I have put up videos as Google ads before. Like, sometimes it's interesting what comes out of it. Sometimes the video will just get a lot of views and a lot of watch time, but nothing else. And then sometimes you get a lot of people intrigued by the video and actually go to the video page itself.
Right.
It really all depends on the first 5 seconds. If you're going to put a video into advertisements, you want to know that that video is a good video, but you also want to know that those first 5 seconds are able to draw someone into the topic.
Right. Or draw
Because
somebody else
otherwise,
into your channel, because it was also the guy's channel trailer. Which made it very interesting. But, like, again, subbotting is one of those things where I know a little bit about it for, like, a very weird reason. So I had another channel, and this was, I want to say, back in 2014, 2015. Or when did social blade start becoming a thing? I guess 2016. So in 2016, when there was lots of rumors about people botting and stuff like that, I recorded a couple non-facecam videos and uploaded them, and I tested both known types of botting, both direct sub botting and view botting. Now sub botting is very obvious. Now this channel is deleted. Like once I saw like the proof of what I was putting out in theory, I deleted the channel because I didn't want to have it attached to me if I ever came back to the YouTube sphere. Because I wasn't an actual YouTuber at that point. I was just kind of like... I was kind of like a scientist. So I paid to subbot, and, you know, you could definitely tell, like, the attention that the channel got was a little bit different. But your views still were hindered on your video. But when I paid for view botting on a specific video... view botting and like botting on a specific video, it hit recommended in 3 days. Just with paying for, I think I paid for like 5K views on a video.
Because one thing that...
Because it happened so quickly after the video was uploaded. And this is back in 2016 when they didn't have the purges happening nearly as often when it came to views. It didn't purge out any of the views, but once it hit 5K, the video went into recommended, and it went up to like 25K before I deleted it.
Something that I've been looking into ever since this r/ things popped about, in purchasing high retention views. Like, you know how there are websites that offer views, like you could pay a certain money to get views and all that. Well, there's a full-on market for just high retention views out there. And so I've been slowly sifting through these different websites, and I came across one that actually pays for views and reviews the websites. And there's a few of them that are pretty bad, that YouTube easily tells their bots and just purges the views immediately.
Right.
But there's also some where they don't actually view bot, but they leverage the power of affiliate marketing.
Yeah,
where they just send a link out everywhere, and then eventually this blanket amount of people will watch the video for a fair amount of time. Of course, it is technically to the YouTube's terms of service. Buying people to get your video out there for views is not against terms of service, but any form of interaction is. Like paying money to get subscribers, likes, dislikes, comments, that's against terms of service. Getting views, on the other hand, isn't. But if they are called out to be fake views, you can guarantee that YouTube will purge them. So it's kind of a ground there that you could ruin your channel if you don't do it carefully. But it's also something I've been looking into, because it's possible that r slash could have possibly paid for a few thousand high retention views on a video that he thought was really good, and then YouTube algorithm just picked it up from there. Because it happens a lot. Like, you can pay for a small amount of high retention views, and you can guarantee that YouTube will try to promote it a bit, because it's like all this attention's coming from external sources. YouTube's like, oh, we want to take advantage of this, and then pushes it out to people who they think will like it. Sometimes it's successful and the video blows up, sometimes it's not, and it flatlines.
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand that. But I do think that view botting, or like the view for view or the like for like kind of things that are going on still are inappropriate.
Like, I'm sitting here going that I know there are people out there who buy views, but I'm sitting here going, how about this? Instead of buying views from these websites that are somewhat sketchy to lie on a hope that they are legit, why not just spend that money on Google ads? Yes, you may not get much from it, but it works just as well, and you can guarantee that those views won't get purged because they're views that were ads. And it won't actually count views that were from the skipped ad. So let's say the video goes for 5 seconds and they immediately skip the ad. That won't count as a view or any watch time. That will just be erased from the existence of the analytics of that video, but is visible in the ad analytics. Because, like, I know a lot of people who do that, and I'm sitting here going, yes, it may work, but these are sketchy websites that could just backfire on you so much if you're not careful. It's like, I'm a type of YouTuber, it's just like, I know people... Like, it's a common consensus that buying views, any form of views, is just, like, wrong. But I'm sitting here going, if you believe that your video is good enough to blow up in the algorithm, but you're not being able to get into the algorithm, then sure, you can get that little boost. But if it flops spectacularly in your face, well then, that's your problem.
No, I totally agree. I want to do a part 2 when I can have like a better topic. I'm not feeling well. To be honest, I feel like somebody's punched me in the gut. So I'm just going to say I'm going to leave a link to Krzear's current YouTube channel and and a link to his Twitter in the description down below. Don't forget to go check him out. If you have anyone else who you would like me to speak to, leave a comment in the comment section, or you can reach me on Twitter or Instagram. I want to say thank you to my one and only Patreon, Clancy. You're awesome. That for supporting the channel, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day.